Today on the Topping Show, Target shuts down after bomb threats, New York passes a minimum wage law for delivery workers, Biden orders PR team to ignore Trump's indictment, Call of Duty boycott grows, Fanatics on track for an IPO, while Instabrand files for bankruptcy, Grubhub to cut 15% of their workforce, Overstock submits a bid for Bed Bath Beyond IP, and AWS has an outage which brings companies to their knees. All that and much, much more on the Topping Show. Thank you for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner and you need a little assistance, you can reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Now, other interesting cultural news, you have Call of Duty. Their boycott is expanding and raging on. It's gotten to the point now where they are deleting a bunch of their tweets, or rather, their fans or former fans' tweets. Now, Twitter's taking Call of Duty has taken the opposite approach to their social media interaction as opposed to Bud Light. Bud Light has not tweeted since, I believe, August 14th. Now, in social media, that's about, literally is 2 months ago. In social media, that might as well be 20 years. Because they know if people post, whatever they post, people are going to be ratioing them. A social phenomenon in which you critique the original post, and your critique gets more likes, appraisal, and more responsive than the original post. Now, Call of Duty, which again is owned by Activision Blizzard, they're doing the opposite. They're posting 6 to 8 to 12 times a day, just lightning fast. Pretty much no deviation from their traditional social media model, where again they're always advertising about games, updates, DLC content you're forced to buy, and they just keep going and going. And it's quite entertaining because I looked on LinkedIn yesterday, or not LinkedIn. I looked on Twitter yesterday, and about 80 to 90%, I'd say 95% of all the responses were the two phrases. One was leave the kids alone, and the other one is bring back Nick Merck, which was the first person who got banned for quite literally just tweeting leave the kids alone. Now, the boycott is expanding since Tim the Tate Man, no affiliation to Andrew Tate, although it'd be fascinating if that was like his online persona, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Now, he actually told Call of Duty to remove his purchasable skins and apparel in the game where you could buy virtual clothing and stuff. Call of Duty removed it, and every single response is getting ratioed more and more. And one of the top comments yesterday by D-Day Cobra, his response to one of their advertisements for the latest update or patch that they're selling, his tweet said, leave the kids alone. His response got 1,357 hearts and 3,000 views. And it's gotten to the point where Call of Duty is deleting responses. They're deleting their own posts as well because 90 to 95% of the responses are mocking them and critiquing them. And they're just deleting it all. And it is fascinating to see the video game community come together, rather say, around this cultural topic and agree there's a time and place for certain sexual education and sexual themes, and they are all agreeing that those are not appropriate for adolescents and for children. As a wise man once told me, there's a time and place for everything, and there's such thing as age appropriate, which something I think you appreciate the older you get in life, and you really do appreciate the things that good parents do in terms of protecting you from certain things and timing certain subjects in your life. And it's only in hindsight where you really do appreciate that childhood innocence you once had, and the conversations were brought up organically at appropriate timing. They were not shoved upon you by third parties, as I don't believe they should. That should be, many of these topics, if not most, should all be between the parents and the children. But I digress. Time shall tell to see if this cultural move on the chessboard from Call of Duty pays off, or they just lose more and more money. Or if they lose money, how long will it take before they increase a new audience that makes them more money? Time shall tell. Personally, I think it's going to take maybe a decade for them to actually have a big impact of increase their sales with the new target audience. But time shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Cannot thank you enough for taking the time to like, subscribe, and comment. It also helps if you share the videos with your friends. I've noticed that the more comments a video has, the more views. So it's always a little bit of a mystery of guessing what the YouTube algorithms and the mystery boxes are actually doing to promulgate and advertise certain videos. So I greatly appreciate you taking the time to do that. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone to stay safe and fight the good fight.